Lovely. Now we're all ready for what's about to come in the weather with Abbie, because it's a period of calm.
Yes, not a lot is coming our way, thankfully, because there will be quite a lot of people dealing with the aftermath of Storm Darragh, that very deep area of low pressure that moved through over the weekend. Thankfully, we've got a big area of high pressure keeping our weather dry and settled over the next few days. So anybody potentially dealing with a clean-up attempt, at least we've got a good few days of drier and slightly brighter weather. Certainly this afternoon, variable cloud. That will allow for some decent spells of sunshine, perhaps a little bit more cloud though building over the next few days. So a dry, settled forecast, slightly breezy still, temperatures around 8 or 9 degrees Celsius, and with our winds pulling in from the northeast, that will add a bit of a wind chill, so perhaps feeling a degree or two cooler than the values shown here. Overnight tonight, we will start to see a little more cloud across eastern parts, clearer spells further west, and here we are. See a little bit of mist and fog forming, albeit with it still being a little breezy. I think that should prevent any particularly dense fog forming. Temperatures varying dependent on whether you're under the cloud or not. We could see them as low as freezing point, but holding up a little more, 4 or 5 degrees where we do hang on to a little bit more cloud. Any mist and fog will be very quick to clear, I think, first thing tomorrow morning. The best of the sunshine will be across western parts first thing in the morning, but we will gradually start to see a little more cloud building in as we head through to the afternoon. A very quiet forecast though, with our temperatures down by a degree or two, I think, on what we'll have for this afternoon, ranging from between 5 to 8 degrees. Perhaps a little more mist and fog overnight into Wednesday, that high pressure really establishing itself, keeping things dry and settled and easing our winds too. So the dry conditions will continue through Thursday and Friday. We will just start to see a little more cloud building in. Carol.
Thanks, Abbie. Dry and settled sounds as good as a break in the Bahamas.
Just about.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, a lovely story. Now, time for the weather, and we've obviously had a lively weekend. Abbie, thankfully a period of calm is going to
Which is what we need, isn't it, to clean up the aftermath of the storm, quite literally. We did have some photos sent in today of our to see them and to use them on the weather, like the one behind me right now. The forecast for tomorrow is again a mostly dry day. It will feel a little bit colder, I think, out and about. Variable amounts of cloud allowing for some bright or sunny spells, just the risk of an isolated shower or two, but a drop in temperatures coming over the next few days and nights. So you can see the air mass is showing much more blue. It does look as though the temperatures might jump a little bit Thursday and Friday, but they will drop back off again at the weekend. So a relatively cold snap on the way for the next few days. Overnight tonight, a mix again of variable cloud, clearer skies further west. Here I think we do run the risk of potentially seeing a little bit of mistiness first thing tomorrow morning, but it will stay quite breezy overnight. The wind's easing a little, but I think that they should prevent any particularly dense fog forming. A real range in the temperatures though, depending on if you are stuck under some of the cloud, 4 or 5 degrees here. Elsewhere we'll see our temperatures dropping just a little bit below freezing. As we start the day tomorrow, mostly dry, some decent spells of sunshine. As the cloud bubbles up a little more into the afternoon, we do just run the risk of a couple of spots of drizzle, but we've got a big area of high pressure really establishing itself over the next few days. So our winds will fall lighter and we're going to just fall into this very repetitive, quite monotonous spell of weather over the next few days. Our temperatures a little bit cooler than today, between 5 and 8 degrees. Speaking of high pressure, here it is. It's been a relatively odd shape today, but it is going to really build. And as you can see, those isobars spreading out as we head towards the end of the week. So much lighter winds, meaning very little change in our weather forecast as we get to the middle part of the week. Will be very repetitive, mostly dry, but again fairly overcast days. I think the cloud could break from time to time, allowing for a little bit of brightness, but I think if you wake up prepared for a cloudy day, and then any brightness that we do see is a little bit of a bonus. But our temperatures will be slightly below average, I think, for the time of year. Around 7 or 8 degrees Celsius will be our top temperature for Tuesday and for Wednesday, but bear in mind that these will come with some chilly nights. So if we do see any clearer breaks overnight, we will see our temperatures drop to or below freezing. So you might want to allow yourself a little bit of extra time to perhaps defrost your cars over the next mornings. As we head towards the end of the week, I think Thursday and Friday, again, mostly dry, just the risk of a little bit more cloud building in as we end the day on Friday. So perhaps some light rain or drizzle Friday afternoon. A chilly end to the week. Our temperatures jump up slightly at the weekend and then drop again into next week.
Thank you very much, Abbie. This is probably oversharing with the viewers, but you know what I'm going to complain about?
There's a cold air mass in the studio, isn't there?
There is. The boiler's broken. There might be a snowman to join that tree in here tomorrow.
Yes. And I didn't forecast that, hence the tights.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Hello again. Good evening. It's going to be a chilly night overnight tonight. It will be mostly dry. We'll have some clear skies, particularly in the west, and that will allow our temperatures to drop below freezing. Elsewhere, where we do hang on to a bit more cloud further east, our temperatures will hold up at about 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, but under the clearer skies, we are at risk of seeing a little bit of mist and fog, and our temperatures drop to about -1 or -2 degrees. So a cold start to the day tomorrow. It will be a mostly dry and settled day, though. High pressure really establishing itself. So lighter winds, variable amounts of cloud, some bright or sunny spells, particularly through the morning, but that cloud will become a bit more extensive into the afternoon. These will be our temperatures, ranging from between 5 to 8 degrees Celsius, so a slightly cooler feel, albeit lighter winds out and about. For tomorrow, very similar forecast through Wednesday and Thursday, with high pressure keeping our weather mostly dry and settled, albeit quite chilly both by day and by night.